What's up, guys? My name's Del, and this is my garden. So we're going to give you a little tour. Over here I have pretty much things you wouldn't expect to be growing in central Kansas. I've got rice over here, and some taro, and some Chinese water spinach. Over here we got some lemongrass. And then that's pretty much all the exotic stuff. Got some corn in the back here. Some pretty decent sized stalks. Tomatoes and basil over here. Some peppers, okra. More peppers along here. A little bit more basil and tomatoes. I always plant those together. In this barrel we have some potatoes and a few beans. You can see there's a couple of them growing in there. In the back here, got some sorghum that's popping up, and a little bit more okra and peppers in the background, in the back here. And these are blueberry plants. I've had these for about 2 years now. And then over here in the more of a shaded area, just because of this tree, I've got some peppermint over here. Now this is one of my favorite spices. This is Vietnamese cilantro. Don't even get me started on how to pronounce that in Vietnamese, because I don't know, and I'll just butcher the name. Some garden angelica over here. And then on this side, growing up this, or trying to get this to grow up the trellis, we've got some yard-long beans. The whole purpose of this project is more to focus on plants that you typically wouldn't see growing in central Kansas. So those are probably the most exotic ones I have. And then I have some regular ones. These are watermelons growing along this vine here. And this is all cantaloupe. And as you can see, got some growing. I'm doing another video, or I did another video on finding these, and we're going to be doing some other videos on supporting them. I have another video on this watermelon here that I found just yesterday, so we'll get that one out as soon as possible too. On the more exotic side of plants, in this little area right here, we have some ginger that's growing right there, some Thai peppers. And this is a tropical plant called moringa, and you'll see these a lot in, say, the Philippines or even Hawaiian areas. They grow them a lot over there. So, and that's where I picked those up, or that's where I was first introduced to them, should I say. Right here, still growing in. I bought this plant, honestly, but it was still pretty interesting to get. This is a goji berry. These are very high in vitamins. You can see I got one starting to come in. That's just about ripe. So, in these pots, I've just got some compost and some peat moss that I just use pretty much throughout the garden. Down amongst the corn there's a little bit of squash and a couple of beans growing. Yeah, the whole Three Sisters method. And right here I've got a grapevine that I'm training up the fence. Of course, this isn't going to be ready for a couple more years, but we'll see how it does over the course of the next year or so. Not that I'll be in Kansas very long, hopefully. Actually, it's my hope to get out of here. And look at that. Got the first corn of the year starting to come in. Got a few tassels coming in. So that's pretty good. Look at that. They're coming in all over the place. A few more coming in. Looks like it's going to be a pretty good harvest this year. Let's see if we can get in there and zoom in on that one. There's another one back in the back there. So that pretty much completes the tour for the most part. A little more, another tomato plant that I grew from a cutting, and then some cucumbers.